Okay, we are gonna get started here with Calculated FC Savage Patch Kids. Actually, I took that back. It'll be sometime, about 8 minutes. I just wanted to get the stream up since I'm streaming from a new device. Wanted to make sure that everything was good to go. So I'm just gonna be hanging out here, chatting for a little bit, making sure everything's in working order. So if anything you notice is out of whack, just message something in the chat. And I will do what I can to get it up and running. But I have sent the lobby info to our teams, Calculated FC and Savage Patch Kids, and they will likely start joining here any second. But for now, we're just going to hang out. Shoot if you have any questions or have any feedback or thoughts, or if there's any games you want to see added to Indy Gaming League, shoot us a note, post it in the chat. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or Twitch, obviously, at Indy Gaming 317. Looks like the teams are having trouble finding the server, so give me 1 second. Alright, there we go. Looks like we've got some people joining the match now. Make sure not to start until 10. Looks like we've already got 7 viewers. Oh, looks like someone joined a little prematurely there, but we'll let you guys play around if you want. We still got some time. If you're watching the stream, and if you can't hear me, or shoot me a note if you can. Actually, just make sure it all works. I tested earlier with Michael, and I think we are good to go. But if something is weird, please just post in the chat, and I'll do what I can. Thanks, D Miner, for the confirmation. Recreating our match here. And the mustache says mustache emote is a must. We agree. We will definitely have to make that happen at some point. And I'll throw some stats at you guys while we're waiting. So, got Calculated FC, Jacob and Slater, both in the top 5 players of Division 1, with an overall goals per game. Jacob with 2.67 average goals per game, and Slater coming in close with 2.33. Again, only being beaten out by Knox Phoenix from Manfield United. So we are bound to see some enormous aerial goals, some impressive assists, and some impressive gameplay from Calculated FC, and I'm sure that Savage Patch Kids will be following up as well, trying to get their stats up. They're about middle of the pack right now, so let's see if they can get some assists, get some goals, get all that going, so they can climb the rankings and give Calculated FC a run for their money. And Calculated FC with 15 goals total for their team in Week 1, and Savage Patch Kids with 7. So Calculated FC with about double the amount of goals in Week 1, across the same number of games for both matches, 3 games. So we'll be excited to get this one started in about 4 minutes. We're gonna just hang out, and if you have anything you want to chat about, shoot me a question in chat, and I'll give you an answer as best as I can. Again, make sure you follow us at Indy Gaming 317 if you haven't already. D Minor asks, when can we throw an Indie League Rager? Michael, I can't say what we've got in the works, but Michael and I have thrown a lot of really cool, really fun ideas around. So we are hoping to make a couple announcements either this week, probably next week though. So stay tuned. We got some really cool stuff coming out, both in-person events as well as some more online stuff. So keep throwing us the ideas. We love to see them. We're really excited to get everything, get all that going and doing more stuff around Indianapolis. And for those of you who aren't in Indy, online as well, so we can keep you guys engaged. All right, and we'll get started pretty soon here. All right, and we'll get started pretty soon here. All right. Okay, let's see where our teams are at. Looks like we've got Freight Train and Skadoosh. Jacob, if you want to join with your guys here, we'll get started pretty soon. Let me send them a message. It looks like we've got all of our players in. I'm going to go into spectate mode. And once we get our players in, the game we'll get started in game 1 of this series. D Minor throws T now a friendly heart. Love to see the love. And another IGL player, Marco Polo, just walked in the door. Marco Polo, how was your match today?
Better commentator than a player.
Marco Polo says he'd be a better commentator than a player. Marco Polo is a player in our Division 3 league, which you should definitely check them out sometime. We weren't able to stream them tonight because we had another stream going on, but it's going on. All right, and we are getting this show on the road. It looks like Freight Train gets the first touch. Jacob with the hit off the wall. Jacob following it up, but taken by Skadoosh. Taken back by Jacob but he gives it up, letting Skadoosh get the cross, but this cross is blocked by Slater. Great play by Slater, and Freight Train passing it off to Skadoosh for the goal! 18 seconds in, first goal of this series, and boys and girls, this is going to be a good one. Skadoosh with a great aerial, completing the pass from Freight Train, starting it off strong. I am so excited for Calculated FC versus Savage Patch Kids. And Jacob and Freight Train coming to a stalemate there. Freight Train jumping off the wall, gets a good shot on the goal, but Slater able to stop it, and Slater kicking it downfield. Jacob coming in with a cross, but Freight Train in position to block the cross. Although it's staying on Orange's side of the court. Skadoosh climbing up the wall, hitting it off, passing it down court. unable to get it out of his side. Jacob Thug going to take control of it. Unfortunately, unable to make a play, but Slater going to, looks like it off the left goalpost. Jacob Thug bouncing it off the right side. Freight Train going up in the air, knocking it into the middle. Great cross, and Skadoosh coming in, but blocked by Slater. Amazing play, amazing pass, and amazing stop by Freight Train and Skadoosh. Jacob the kicking it down court, trying to make a play with it. Unfortunately, ends up passing it up back off to Skadoosh, who takes control of it, but then blocked by Slater. And Orange Team, Skadoosh and Freight Train really putting the pressure on these guys. But Jacob the and Slater still trying to make some good plays. They're getting some good hits down court, but not able to get their passes off to each other. Let's see if they can change that throughout this game. And a huge demo by Freight Train, really setting the mood for this game. We're going to see some intense plays coming out of both teams. Skadoosh going for the aerial. Let's see if he can get it in. He cannot. Freight Train following up. Blocked by Slater. Both of these teams just, Slater and Jacob the showing some impressive goalie defense, which we expect at the Division I level. So not a huge surprise there, but you'll certainly see their average saves per game jump up here in this game for both teams. Jacob the going up in the air with it. Freight Train kicking it off back down court. Slater with a miss. Skadoosh coming in with an opportunity. Pass to the middle, but it's too low. Easy clear for Slater, but Skadoosh staying on top of it. Get another pass into the middle, but his teammate is out of position, unable to make a play on it. And wow, this has already been a fun match. 2 minutes and 27 seconds in. Only one goal. Both teams just playing some extremely impressive defense. Looking forward to seeing how this series plays out. Great pass into the middle, but Skadoosh unable to get a car on it. And Freight Train, again, keeping it on Calculated FC's side of the court. And Savage Patch Kids have really been giving Calculated FC a run for their money. And an easy pass, easy shot for Freight Train. Great play, guys. That was a textbook assist, textbook cross from the right goalpost into the middle, making it very easy for Freight Train to put it away. And we have Savage Patch Kids up 2-0 with 1 minute and 58 seconds left. And this game has been really been controlled by Savage Patch Kids. I'm sure Calculated FC, though, is not going to let that stand for long. They're both very competitive players. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a change in momentum either in this game or in the next games in this series. And once again, this is my first time streaming on this computer, so if there's any issues or anything, let me know, and I'll do what I can to fix them. But really excited to be streaming with you guys. Miss T-Now, he's playing his own game right now, so unfortunately I'm streaming without him. But hopefully I can make it up to you guys with some awesome commentary. So, and a huge goal by Skadoosh again to bring it up 3-0, extending the lead. It'll be very hard for Calculated FC to come back from this, but we'll see what they can do. We'll see what kind of momentum they can get going to take this game back. And if you haven't already, make sure you give us a follow. And if you really like what we're doing, again, we're Indy Gaming League. We hold online gaming leagues as well as in-person tournaments. Really just trying to build up the Indianapolis video game community. So if you like what we're doing and you want to hear more about what we're doing and get news and alerts and all that stuff, and follow along with us as we stream, make sure to give us a follow. And if you really like what we're doing and want to support us, give us a sub or throw some bits our way. Really appreciate everything that people have already done, all the subs that we've gotten, and the bits. Really appreciate it. It's been so much fun. We're looking forward to future games that we add to Indie Gaming League, as well as all the in-person events that we hope to have someday. So really appreciate everyone, all the viewers right now. Looking forward to a good rest of the series with Calculated FC and Savage Patch Kids. Looks like Game 1 might be coming to a close. Savage Patch Kids taking it away, 3-0, a clean sweep. And that is it for game 1. All right, and I've taken a picture of the scoreboard. It is written in stone. Freight Train says 1 sec, so we'll give him a minute before we jump into the next game. And he says ready, so it looks like we're good to go. And Savage Patch Kids, they are looking like they're pulling somewhat of an upset here. Again, Calculated FC both players were in the top 3 players for Division 1, and Savage Patch Kids were in about the middle of the pack. So they are they're really showing that they can play with the best of them. We'll see if that holds true for game 2. And Slater taking the ball down court. He looks like he may have had a shot there, but unfortunately it looks like he lost control of it. Unable to get a good play off. Ooh, a little bumping going on there. Slater messing with Freight Train a little bit. Got him off course. Looks like he may have prevented a shot on goal. And Jacob The now trying to take control of it, but hits it a little too hard. Allows Freight Train to get a hand on it. But Slater coming in to follow up. And Jacob The with a good shot on goal, but it looks like Skadoosh able to take it in for the goal. Looks like Jacob The just couldn't get around Skadoosh and allowed Skadoosh the opportunity to get a goal off. Pretty easy shot. Sometimes that's just how the ball rolls, folks. And we'll get started here with the next kickoff. Jacob The with an impressive shot. Oh, and he gets it in! A bounce off Skadoosh. Ties the game, 1-1. Calculated FC on the board. First goal of the match. And we may have a bit of a comeback here, folks. If they can take the lead and hold it, we'll be at a 1-1 series and make this pretty exciting. Skadoosh coming in. He gets a shot. Unfortunately, it's off to the right, just a little off the mark. Jacob The missing a play there. Slater coming in. Looks like he's going to try to pass to his teammate, or he might flip it over. And he just barely misses it, but Slater coming in to get the score. Wow, they have really made some awesome plays. Slater with the flip over Freight Train, and then Jacob The coming around. Excuse me, Jacob The, not Slater hitting making the goal. Jacob The coming around to finish it. What an impressive play to put them up 2-1, and they have taken the lead in game 2. Jacob The going up for an aerial, knocking it off to the side. Freight Train letting him hit it though, and Jacob The knocks it off the side. I think Freight Train may have just barely nicked it there. Slater looks like may have been trying to cross it to his teammate, but then backed off, knowing that there wasn't much of a chance. Skadoosh clearing it out. Skadoosh following it up. He goes for the aerial, but is just out of tries to pass to his teammate, unable to. Skadoosh trying to pop it up above Jacob The, but unable to. And Slater coming in, passing off to Jacob The. Again, both teams going back and forth. Both teams, neither of them unable to really gain control for the last 30 seconds or so. Now Skadoosh getting a pass to the middle, but Jacob's there to block it. And he comes down again. Again, both teams just going back and forth. Skadoosh might have a shot here. He does, and it is in to tie the game. And this game has both teams been really competitive, doing a great job stopping each other's shots, and they've just been both just making some great plays here, and it's getting tied 2-2 in game 2 of this series, Calculated FC versus Savage Patch Kids. So looking forward to seeing where the rest of this game goes. Skadoosh taking a aggressive play, hits it a bit too hard. Slater gets it past Skadoosh. He's going to try to take up the wall to his teammate, Jacob. Looks like it was just a little bit too powerful. Not able to get a play on it. Freight Train now taking it down court. Let's see if he can get it past Slater, and he does for the goal. Freight Train and Skadoosh taking it up 3-2. thanks so much. Looks like we've got 9 viewers. Thanks for tuning in. We'll go ahead with this next kickoff here. Jacob Dunn, Freight Train going at it. Slater trying to get a handle on it. Skadoosh preventing that a little bit. Freight Train kicking it off to the left corner. Freight Train, tries to get us across, but unable to. Skadoosh knocking it out to their left corner. Going up the wall, passing it off. He's going to follow with an aerial. Looks like he's got great control, and he puts it in the net to take a lead. 2-point differential, 4-2. What an impressive play, and keeps that ball just above Jacob and Slater. That was man, that's going to make the highlight reel. I don't know how. I don't know how it can't. Well, I certainly know. I certainly know it can because I make the highlight reel. But anyways, having a great time streaming for you guys. Missing T now, but you know what? He's playing his game. He's gotta get that win. We'll follow up with him shortly to see how he's doing. And Freight Train taking it down court. Looks like he's gonna get an easy shot here, and he does to bring it to a 3-point differential. Wow. Calculated FC was staying close for a while. Unfortunately, it looks like Skadoosh and Freight Train just running away with it. There's still time though, 1:34. D Minor says, which division is T now? He is Division 3. He is Division 3. And we actually had about 5 games tonight. Unfortunately, some of them were at the same time as others, so we had to make a decision on which ones to stream. But needless to say, with Indy Gaming League, you're bound to have Rocket League every night of the week. Let me say, we've been streaming at least 3 games every night. Well, 2 to 3. Not many weekdays where we don't have at least 1 game of Rocket League. And Slater with an impressive goal. Slater and Jacob closing the gap just a little bit. They got 55 seconds, and Jacob throwing up the calculated, hence their name, Calculated FC. Love to see that. Let's see if they can close this gap. 5-3, need 2 goals to tie it up. Slater and Skadoosh going at it. Kicked out to Jacob, and he's going to take an aerial. He can't get the angle on it, though, and his teammate's not there to back him up. Skadoosh taking it now, taking control of it. He's going to try to cross it. He just barely gets it past, but unable to make a play on it. And Jacob now looks like he may have an opportunity if he can pass. Oh, just barely hits it too hard. Savage Patch Kid's able to knock it out, but Slater taking it back. Freight Train following it up. Oh, and he might get it. Oh, just nice block by, I think that was Freight Train. I think I kind of missed it there, though. Great block. Man, both these teams are just such impressive players. And Skadoosh trying to take it, but blocked by Slater. It looks like we've got 8 seconds left. Savage Patch Kids looking to take Game 2 and leading the series 2-0 against Calculated FC. Looks like the game may have froze a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Oh, they were keeping it in the air. That was I was getting a phone call and peeked away for a second. And looks like Savage Patch Kids do take the game 2-0. They are leading the series. And we'll get ready for Game 3. And Calculated FC needing a win here if they want to. And D Minor saying liking how there's a couple games most nights. Yeah, no, we think it's fun too. We're definitely not opposed to it. Sometimes it forces us to not be able to stream every single game, but again, that's certainly okay. We love streaming. Wish we could do every single one, but unfortunately, just with people's schedules, we can't do every single one. And Jacob Thub would have had an awesome goal there if he was just like an inch over. Skadoosh trying to get it past Slater, not able to. Slater almost had a play on it. But Orange team playing some great D. Freight Train just barely missing it, allowing Jacob to push it down court, but Skadoosh following it up, taking control of it again. Skadoosh and Freight Train have really been in control of this match the entire time. Calculated FC gave them a run for their money in the last game and in the first half of the game, but then ultimately Savage Patch Kids just were able to take control back and get a significant lead. Ooh, a nice demo by, I couldn't see who that was, but nice demo by Savage Patch Kids. And Freight Train showing some incredible ball control. We are a minute 40 in to this game and no goals yet. Some good looking plays, but no goals. Slater trying to make a move with it, trying to dribble around. Skadoosh not able to. Freight Train taking advantage of the opportunity, but Jacob meeting him in the air to prevent the play. Both teams getting pretty physical. A lot of bumping cars, and Slater taking it in for the goal. Calculated FC taking their second lead in this match. Let's see if they can keep it this time, though. They had led for a little bit in game 2, but they did. But then they lost that lead, and now they're ahead again in game 3. Let's see if they can keep that. Skadoosh, and just as I say that, Skadoosh getting the easy goal on the kickoff. And you hate to see that, folks. Sometimes that's just how it is. I think we've all been there. When we just barely missed that kickoff, and the opposite team's able to get an easy goal. And of course, Calculated FC and Savage Patch Kids tied once again. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Calculated FC needing a win. And it looks like T-Now. T-Now, thanks for the sub. And that's Commissioner T-Now just throwing up his Twitch Prime subscription with his personal account. Thanks so much, T-Now. Really appreciate the support. And again, if you like what we're doing, and I just missed a goal, I need to keep talking about the game. So Savage Patch Kids taking the lead, taking control again, as they have for the majority of this match. Skadoosh coming in. Oh, and Slater with a great clear. But Savage Patch Kids still putting the pressure on Calculated FC, and Calculated FC just not able to get their plays off. They've been close so many times, but they either end up getting blocked by some impressive saves by Savage Patch Kids, or they're maybe just not in position to finish it off. But oh, and Freight Train with a nice pop-up. Slater's there to kick it out, but impressive pop-up by Freight Train. Freight Train keeping it on Calculated FC's side of the court, but Jacob able to kick it out. Let's see if he can get it past mid-court. He does. Trying to dribble around. He does dribble around Skadoosh, but Freight Train is there in position, following up for his teammate. And both teams, again, going back and forth, showing some impressive plays. And Calculated FC playing really well. Just Freight Train and Skadoosh just playing, showing some really impressive teamwork, impressive assists. Unfortunately, Calculated FC just not able to get some of their goals off, but they still have a minute and 43 seconds left, and they're only down by 1. So they could definitely take this to Game 4 and potentially a Game 5 if they pick up their game a little bit. Freight Train blocking that shot from Calculated FC. Oh, and Jacob comes in to tie it 2-2. Well, folks, we may see a Game 4. Looks like Calculated FC says we're not done yet, and they'd love to continue this stream, continue this game. So if you make sure to keep tuning in, because this game might be picking up here pretty soon in this match. So I'd love to see a Game 4, and I'd love to see a Game 5. I'd love to see an awesome comeback from Pluto RL says, I heard there was car soccer here. And you would be right, Pluto. Thanks for tuning in. Freight Train grabbing control of it. Looks like he's going to try to take it off the wall. Let's see if he goes for an aerial here, and he does. Can he maintain it? He unfortunately does not. Loses control of it. Skadoosh following up. Blocked by Slater. Jacob might have a shot here. It's off to the right goalpost. That would have put them in the lead. And with 30 seconds left, that would have been a huge play by Jacob. Unfortunately, not able to finish it off. And now the ball is right in front of the net. And it's in! Savage Patch Kids with 21 seconds left, getting up by 1 goal. An impressive shot by Freight Train. Oh man, Calculated FC, they were tied. Now they're down by 1. They've got 20 seconds left to save the game and to save the match and go to game 4. Let's see if they can pull something off. And Skadoosh, Skadoosh with an easy shot. Looks like Slater, I think, was trying to predict what he was going to do. Looks like he would have had a chance to maybe block it, but that would have been a tough one. And, well, folks, that may have been the nail in the coffin for Calculated FC. Not impossible, 14 seconds left. It's been done before, but it would be tough. So if they don't score here in the next couple seconds, which looks like Freight Train is giving them a run for their money, so that might be hard. And, yeah, folks, it looks like Savage Patch Kids are gonna take this one for themselves. Well, folks, that was the last match of the night. Savage Patch Kids taking it over Calculated FC, and based off the stats, they were the Savage Patch Kids were the underdogs. But it looks like that might change after week 2. And again, week 1, it's tough to judge the stats because some teams maybe had a bad night, or they were playing someone that was really, really good and played some awesome defense, and so they didn't get as many goals in as possible. So I wouldn't be surprised if those top player rankings really change around and really get flipped upside down over the next couple weeks. So we've still got a ton more Rocket League coming at you over the next 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks, even a couple more games this week, I believe. So keep following us, keep following the stream, keep tuning in. If you like what we're doing, shoot us a follow. We'd love to have you, love to get you engaged. And we have a Discord that you should definitely join if you haven't already. And you can find that just by doing !Discord. It'll pop up in the Twitch channel. It'll pop up a link to the Discord channel. You should definitely join. We hit our 50th Discord member today. Again, big 5-0. That's huge for me and T now. We're really excited about that. So if you haven't joined the Discord, you definitely should. It's a great place to find people to play some Rocket League with. It's fun just to hang out, great conversation, and learn about up-and-coming things from Indy Gaming League. And if you haven't followed us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, make sure you do that as well, because we got some great things coming. Again, hint, hint. T-Now and I will be announcing some things over the next couple weeks, so we're really excited about that. We're getting this thing going. We're so excited about all the people that have followed us and supported us. It's been huge. We'd love to see that continue, and we'd love to see it grow. So thanks for being involved. I'm going to sign off here in just a second. That is our last stream of the night, and I'll figure out how. And T-Now, if you're still here, shoot us a chat message about how your game went. But for tonight, folks, that's all. We'll catch you later. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great evening, and who knows, maybe I'll play some Rocket League with some of you guys later tonight. So that's it, and we're signing off.